Hi, in the heart of South America lies Bolivia, a country that defies expectations at every turn. Landlocked yet rich in maritime dreams, steeped in ancient history yet vibrantly alive in the modern world. Bolivia is a nation of contrasts where the air is thin but the culture runs deep. Surrounded by Brazil, Paraguay, Argentina, Chile, and Peru, its terrain is incredibly diverse, ranging from the Andean mountains in the west to the Amazon rainforest in the north and east. The high Altiplano Plateau, sitting over 3,500 meters above sea level, is home to La Paz, Lake Titicaca, and vast salt flats. The youngest region drops steeply from the Andes toward the Amazon in lush valleys, while the tropical lowlands stretch out in dense forests and grassy plains. One of Bolivia's most breathtaking sights is the Salar de Uyuni, the largest salt flat in the world. In the rainy season, it transforms into a giant mirror, reflecting the sky so perfectly that the horizon disappears. Equally captivating is Lake Titicaca, the highest navigable lake in the world, dotted with islands such as Isla del Sol, believed by the Incas to be the birthplace of the sun. Long before the Spanish arrived, Bolivia was home to powerful civilizations. The Tiwanaku people thrived around Lake Titicaca between 500 and 1000 AD, leaving behind monumental stonework and an advanced agricultural system. In the 15th century, the Inca Empire incorporated this land, introducing terraced farming, vast road networks, and the Quechua language. The Spanish arrived in 1538, drawn by the immense silver deposits of Cerro Rico. At its peak, Potos was one of the wealthiest cities in the world, producing so much silver that it was said a bridge could be built from Bolivia to Spain. But this wealth came at a terrible cost, as indigenous people were forced into harsh labor in the mines, and many never returned. Bolivia declared independence in 1825, inspired by leaders like Antonio de Sucre, but the young nation faced political instability and wars that reshaped its borders. The War of the Pacific with Chile in the late 1800s cost Bolivia its entire coastline, a loss still mourned today. Each year, Bolivians mark the Día del Mar, or Day of the Sea, to remember the coast they lost and to reaffirm their hope of regaining access to the ocean. In modern times, Bolivia has seen major political changes. Indigenous representation grew significantly under President Evo Morales, the country's first indigenous leader, who served from 2006 to 2019. His government prioritized indigenous rights, social programs, and resource nationalization, although it also faced controversy and political unrest. Bolivia is among the most culturally diverse countries in the world. Spanish is the dominant language, but Quechua, Aymara, and are also widely spoken, alongside more than 30 other recognized indigenous languages. Walking through Bolivia's markets, you might hear Spanish in the cities, Aymara in the highlands, and Quechua in rural villages. Festivals are a vibrant display of this diversity. The Carnaval Gerudo, recognized by UNESCO, mixes Catholic and indigenous traditions in a spectacular parade of costumes, masks, and music. In La Paz, the Grand Potter Festival floods the streets with dancers and musicians in ornate outfits, celebrating faith and heritage. The economy relies heavily on natural resources, especially natural gas, minerals, and lithium. Beneath the Uyuni salt flats lies one of the world's largest lithium reserves, making Bolivia a key player in the future of renewable energy. Agriculture remains important too, with quinoa, coffee, and cocoa as notable exports. In rural communities, traditional farming and llama herding still shape daily life, while in growing cities like Santa Cruz de la Sierra, modern high-rises and busy business districts dominate the skyline. Travelers often arrive through El Alto International Airport in La Paz, one of the highest airports in the world, where the air is thin and the views are dramatic. Viru International Airport in Santa Cruz handles most international flights, while Jorge Wilstermann International Airport connects the central city of Cochabamba. Flying within Bolivia often means passing snow-capped peaks and deep valleys, offering an unforgettable aerial introduction to the country. Football is Bolivia's most beloved sport, with the national team playing in La Paz's Hernando Siles Stadium, where the altitude gives home players a surprising advantage. Other unique sports include Calita wrestling, where indigenous women in traditional skirts step into the ring in a mix of performance, competition, and cultural pride. Bolivian cuisine blends indigenous ingredients with Spanish influence. Saltinas, which are savory pastries filled with meat and vegetables, are a national favorite. API con pastel pairs a sweet, warm corn drink with a crispy fried pastry, while pique macho is a hearty plate of beef, sausage, potatoes, and peppers. In the highlands, llama meat is common, while the tropical lowlands are filled with fresh fruits like papaya, mango, and guava. Bolivia holds many surprising facts. It has two capitals, Zecri as the constitutional capital and La Paz as the seat of government. Despite having no coastline, it maintains a navy stationed on Lake Titicaca. It is one of the most biodiverse countries in the world, with landscapes ranging from glaciers to deserts, jungles, and savannas. and with 37 official languages. It is among the most linguistically rich nations on Earth. Bolivia is a land where the past and present live side by side. Ancient ruins stand alongside modern cities, and nature's extremes shape both the landscape and the spirit of its people. From the mirrored salt flats of Uyuni to the bustling markets of La Paz, from the peaks of the Andes to the depths of the Amazon, Bolivia invites travelers not just to see its beauty but to feel its heartbeat at high altitude. By spirited journey into the very soul of South America.